Started off with my fucking leg again. Alright. I'm just jumping on this real quick. Real short discussion about nothing. I'm gonna talk about gang stalking. Fuck it. So the other day I was talking about when a problem arises in your body or in your mind, it usually comes before that, right? It comes to your spirit first, right? So it's in the spirit realm, you are sick, and then it manifests into your body, into your thoughts, into your feelings, all that shit, right? So let's talk about gang stalking and where this takes place at. Ooh, it's kind of cold, so forgive me. But so gang stalking, first and foremost, it is not conscious. Like, people need to realize that when people say someone is a gang stalker, they're not conscious that they are a gang stalker unless they are a actual, like, Freemason, or they are people, a part of the shadow government, let's say. And that's probably going to go over people's heads, but that's fine. So this gang stalking situation, it takes place in the spirit realm. So that means people can't consciously, like, determine if they are a gang stalker. People can't just say, oh, like, I'm gang stalking someone, right? Because first off, it's an unconscious group effort. Like, just like talking shit is, right? Like, being in a dramatic situation, like, that's unconscious. You are living in the situation and you say information that you weren't supposed to about somebody, right? Starting drama. Now take gang stalking as when demons start, when spirits, I should say, because a demon is something different. When a negative spirit comes into drama, right? Or they find a light that they can dramatize, meaning they can gang stalk it, meaning spirits are attracted to light, right? So if you get in a large enough body as a spirit, let's say, and you have enough information to sustain this body, and yeah, okay, but you as a spirit are now giving off this light, right? You are pushing things out and things are now coming towards you, right? Law of attraction. Gang stalking, when a spirit can sense that you are bringing in things that it is not, or that you have something that they don't, let's say, right? Whether it be, I keep fucking shivering, right? Whether it be knowledge, whether it be a great personality, whether it be, like, the list goes on, right? People will gang stalk you. Celebrities deal with this constantly, but we call it fans, right? We call it trolls, right? So a troll is pretty much in the same spiritual place as a gang stalker. So there's really no separation between the two. It's just another way for the devil to use his tools, right? I say this in one of my songs, is people, I don't remember the fucking line exactly, but people are really being used as tools because they are unconscious of the things that they don't have, right? The things that they are in lack of. Maybe they are conscious of the feeling that they have, right? That something is missing, and maybe it manifests as depression, or maybe it manifests as anger, or maybe it manifests as, like, go down the list, right? Where does gang stalking fit into this again? Gang stalking is when people who voluntarily almost dissociate and are drawn towards the nearest light, pretty much. So let's say, I'm going to give you minor examples, and then I can refer to my friend Jacob, who's like the most extreme example of what I've seen. So let's say you're at the grocery store, right? And you're talking about black and white striped shirts. Symbolism right there. But black and white striped shirts. And you're thinking about it, and for some reason this has a lot of meaning to you, right? You hit the store. First thing you see is a distraction, right? Paramedics come by. All that shit is starting to happen. Like, negativity starts to happen. And it's out of your control, right? Unconscious. That is gang stalking. Anytime you see... Okay, but let me keep going. you get in the store, you're looking for this whatever items you're looking for. So now you're unconscious of this black and white striped shirt. You're no longer thinking about it, but it was in your thoughts, right? And for some reason, this thing has significance. Let's say your great grandfather died in a fucking black and white striped shirt. So now every time you see one, you get really good luck. But this paramedic goes by, right? And you hit the store, and you're like, wow, I feel bad because now I know somebody's dying, right? First and foremost, that's what gang stalking is meant to do. It is meant to bring your vibration lower in any circumstance that you are in. So let's say you have a really great memory of this black and white striped shirt. You hit the store, paramedics. All of a sudden, you're like, wow, somebody's dead. Hit the store, you forget about the black and white striped shirt, and all of a sudden you see somebody wearing it. And you're like, oh, shit, look at that person. My great-grandfather, you make the connection. And you notice that it's a synchronicity because you were just purposefully thinking about it. Even if it's not conscious anymore, you were thinking about it. This person then does something that fucking pisses you off, right? And then you're like, whoa, I thought this was a synchronicity. Why is it manifesting in a negative situation, right? You would think that if I see something that I was thinking about, it would be good. But then you really have to ask yourself, are those thoughts yours? That's a very important question that you need to master, that I also need to master. But you ask yourself that. Then you ask yourself, how could anybody else have known about this black and white striped shirt? Then you say, nobody can, because nobody was around when I was thinking of that, or et cetera, right? So you have to realize that it's unconscious. All of these events that play out do not play out because somebody is actively targeting you, or even if somebody is, like, okay, don't fucking do me like that, Instagram, but that is the thing, right? It is unconscious. This war that we always talk about, this battle, this spiritual fight, all of these things that I've previously said, like the reason why I even consider myself a lone wolf, and the reason why I say I'm a sheep in wolf's clothing, and people, like, it's going to go over your head over and over. I want y'all to know I'm on Wi-Fi too right now. Like, it's not my internet that's fucking like fluctuating or anything. So anyways, moving past that, you need to manifest individuality. You need to separate from the pack, essentially, in order to notice that there are other wolves, right? And these other wolves do not follow the same code as you. So let's say in your pack, you don't eat after you get the kill. You take it home first, right? These other wolves are just savages. These other wolves don't care about anything, right? And this is an extreme example, but this is a good metaphor. These other wolves don't care about shit, right? And they see you're eating at home, and they're like, yo, I'm hungry as fuck. I got my pack here. What's up? But it's just you alone, because you're a lone wolf and you make your own kills and you bring it home and you follow your own code. So these other wolves attack you, right? And let's say they're younger wolves, right? And you're an alpha. You have left the pack. You have created home outside of what you knew as home to be, right? You've manifested individuality. This other pack of wolves is now looking at you, even though they are younger, right? They're eager to kill. They are ignorant. There you go. They're ignorant, right? Ignorant of the code. So you being the alpha, you fight off these wolves because you're protecting your kill. You're protecting your home. That's your code, right? These other wolves are gang stalkers. And gang stalking can manifest as unconsciously as it can possibly be, or as consciously as it can possibly be. You can consider a regular stalker, a peeping Tom, you can call him. Don't fucking associate my name with that. But you can call them that. And that would still be gang stalking, technically. Because that is somebody seeing a light that is not theirs, right? And they're drawn to it for whatever reason. And they are manifesting things to make this light feel like them. That's if I lag one more time when I'm saying something important. Okay, gang stalkers are trying to make you feel worse, right? They're trying to make you feel like you are not yourself. That is a point. Because when you unconsciously feel like you are not yourself, then you consciously don't feel like you are not yourself. And then it manifests into you not being yourself. So then it's like, what do you do about this? How can you stop gang stalking? How can you stop unconscious attacks to people who don't even know they're being used, and to situations that you can never create? Like, if that makes any sense. And it's like, one thing is the only thing that you can do, and that's to be the wolf, and it's to be an individual. Because if you can feel what you feel without clouding your judgment, without compromising, and being honest about it, right? If you can do these three things, you can then prevent somebody's 2 cents from making you feel worse, right? But let's say they do get to you, and let's say you're already past the first step of being spiritually attacked, right? You're being gang stalked now. If it's on a minor form, if it's on a massive form, right? You're on the first steps, which is manifestation. These things will start to manifest in front of you as, what the fuck was that? Or, why the fuck is this? Like, why the fuck can't this person drive type shit? Like, that's like, you'll start to notice these things more and more that are trying to distract you from your inner peace. And once you start to notice that, and you can start to move past that first step of gang stalking, I guess you could call it, it gets stronger. And once you start to build an acumen of knowledge, meaning specialized knowledge in something, meaning you have pretty much like a base, it gets stronger. And then you can become subjected to trolls, you can become subjected to angels, you can be like anything at that point, right? Because then you are seen in the spirit realm, you are noticed, your light is shining, and the space that you take and the space that you put that light in is of most importance. And people don't seem to realize that putting your energy into things that don't work towards your inner peace, I should say, and not necessarily that, because peace isn't the only thing you should feel, but things that don't work, period, right? Let's say you are putting your energy into something that is counterproductive. You then are unconsciously being attacked. This is another form of gang stalking. And to beat all of these forms, you need those three things. You need clarity, you need focus, and you need intent. That's all. That's it. That's all. Because once you are clear about what you feel, once you are focused on what you want, and once you have the intention to go out and get it, right? Three things. Things start to manifest. And when things start to manifest, so does resistance, right? You can't walk up the hill and not expect to be tired. You can't, like, you can't play DK in the fucking Mario DK game and not expect to get a barrel thrown at you. If you're trying to get the fucking princess pussy, you gotta get a couple barrels thrown at you. And that's just how it is. But yeah, that's stupid as fuck. But yeah, so to break down gang stalking a little further, unconsciously, people are being taken over to do actions that they don't know. Like, have you ever noticed a person walk by you and act like they didn't know what they were doing, or like bump into you and they were just completely unaware of where the fuck you were? That can be considered gang stalking. If it gets to you to the point where you are upset about it, that is gang stalking, because a spirit came and affected you unconsciously. Like, the person didn't do it on purpose. The person didn't say, no, but fuck this guy's shoulder, I'm gonna bump into him. Like, unconsciously it happens. You can't prevent the situation. And even if you could, it will manifest in a different way. And that's part of that step 2 I was talking about. It gets stronger. So, clarity, focus, and intent. That's all you need. I'm gonna cut this live off early because a nigga trying to smoke and it's cold. You see my fucking hair? I just got off work. But yeah, I need to stop doing these so late. I'm out of here. Peace.